This is Trinity, and you're listening to Esoteric-Truth Radio. I'm happy that you're here. I have some information that I thought, again, I would share with you because I think it's super important. All right. So I was listening to this guy that I like on YouTube, right? And then he's showing a clip of Rachel Maddow on MS Now. Nothing's more frustrating than when you're trying to just, put yourself outside and have different explanation of things and people don't care about it because I don't really sensationalize many things, but it's infuriating when you see people that get millions and millions of views, and I don't care about the views. I'm talking about like people are paying attention, but they're saying the same thing. Nobody's saying anything different. So I want you to listen to a clip of what Rachel Maddow is saying right here, and I'll be back.
Really big local responses in far-flung, out-of-the-way towns all over the country as ICE now starts to try to use some of the billions of dollars Trump and the Republicans just gave them as they use that money to try to build new facilities and prisons and prison camps all over the country. They have now cited where they want those places to go.
All right, I'm going to cut her off right there. Okay. I had enough. I just want to make sure you know where you're hearing it today, which is January the 23rd of 2026. Then I would like for you to go to, I'm putting it up on my YouTube channel now. I put this up on Rumble 10 months ago. And it reads, exclusive, deleted locations of federal buildings being sold. Love Spiracy listeners. Okay. I'm going to read like the little thing and then I'm going to put a link to it. And I need you to understand. Even the mainstream media and even the greatest new content creators that are out there, they're not saying anything like they knew it. They're saying it like they just heard it. Everything's new, upcoming, breaking news. This shit's been out here for a long time. You gotta learn how to pay attention. And these new creators don't know how to do that. So, this is what I did 10 months ago. The GSA, which stands for General Services Administration, a U.S. government agency that manages federal properties and contracts. The GSA was established in 1949 to streamline government operations. GSA put out a list of federal buildings and courthouses to be sold or permanently closed. After backlash, they revised the locations and eventually took it down. Wired.com was able to temporarily put up the list. I was able to obtain it before it was taken down again. I literally read for almost 2 hours the locations, the names, and whose congressional leaders are going to see it get massacred. You will not find this anywhere else. Facts. How are they bringing this up right now? The list was out. Like, if you listen to the video, it'll explain the nonstop hoops I had to go through and why I had to read it. It's literally me reading, like, it's like, well, a list, duh. But it's like, I forgot what movie it was where somebody's reading the telephone book. So that's literally what it sounds like. There's no photos, there's nothing. It's just me reading. But here's the shit kicker. I'm reading it, but I'm giving you the name of the building, the address of the building, the type of people that were working in those buildings. And so that every single person who's concerned about their jobs, that's been out here for 10 months and has been happening for 10 months. This is back when Doge and Musk was still a major play. This is one that was just starting. This dude only been here a year. Like 2 days ago. How did I have this up 2 months after he got in? Anyway. If you're interested, you can, there's no way for me to pinpoint where you're at. I don't even think it's in alphabetical order. I don't know. Anyway. It's literally every single building. You can hear me getting tired after like the first hour. But if you're curious about it being your work situation, I know a lot of these places have already been evacuated while he's been firing all these people. He's doing the backlash thing. He's trying to get these buildings, but he doesn't need them. He doesn't need them. He's been clearing out the buildings. It's not so much he doesn't give a shit about the workers. He needs the space. And he's making the space. So a couple of days ago, it was stated that that one of the old Doge people were like, oh, we took your socials and I can't really remember where I put it. And then yesterday, ICE agent confronted a woman who was videotaping and he had said something to her. Long story short, And she was like, well, I'm just videotaping him and you. And then he was like, well, now you're in the database. Now you're a domestic terrorist. So look, things are going to start getting real complicated. But let's not downplay that the mainstream media, and yes, the content creators, even the ones that I see, it's usually to see if they're talking about anything new. If they're going to tell you that the buildings have already been named, we already know their locations. We know where they are, where they're going. And they're trying to distract us by saying, oh, they're going to take a Big Lots. And I mean, literally, if you saw the episode, it's literally a giant warehouse that used to be a Big Lots. Nobody cares about that. They have hundreds of buildings scattered across the United States that are empty. They're taking old courthouses. They're taking old prisons. All of this. They're distracting us. That billions and billions of dollars, that doesn't matter. That's to rebuild the buildings, to rename them so we have this Cheetos face on everything. With all that being said, let's also keep in mind that, I want to say it was yesterday. I don't know, something happened yesterday. My brain is just fried because there's so much information coming in. Okay, so if you listen to the video, I promise you, you're going to get a lot of information, even if it doesn't pertain to you in particular, but you know somebody out of state. And I've really been pushing out information for groups, for groups that are protesting or, like this is pretty much a heads up. Like I can't physically go out there and do these things, but I try my best to do it this way. So I think having a heads up about the buildings that have already been emptied, that if it's in your state or even a building you or somebody you know works in, you can confirm and know ahead of time what that's probably going to turn into. And that'll just always keep us 2, 3, 4 steps ahead. So just keep that in mind. And I'm just going to keep on doing this. I'm tired. But I love doing this. And I love to be able to share this information with you guys. So this is Esoteric-Truth Radio. My name is Trinity. I hope that you enjoyed my show. You could follow me on Rumble, YouTube, and Facebook. I'd appreciate a follow, subscribe, maybe even comment. I'd love to have these conversations with you guys. And I appreciate your time. It's going to be a brutal weekend. Try to stay warm. You'll have a lot of things to listen to, so that'll keep you busy. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.